I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members for your continued support. Thank you, and consider joining today for added perks and exclusive content. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Revelations Beastman. This is part of the Masterverse line, and this is part of their Wave 2, which is currently hitting stores right now as of the time of this recording. This figure retails for approximately $20. So here we have Beastman right here in the packaging. We've got the same Masterverse packaging that we got with the first wave. We get the blue on black, Masters of the Universe Revelation Beastman down there. You can see the original series here on Netflix. 30 points of articulation. Going around the side here, we got some really cool artwork of Beastman right there, as we saw him in the Masterverse show. We can see him right there in the window. He's holding his whip, and we got a couple extra hands in there. Over here on the side, Beastman, Savage Henchman. Around the back, we've got some more of that really cool artwork showing off Beastman, looking just hulking and menacing right there, looking fantastic. Beastman, Savage Henchman, fearless feral force, spent his entire life fighting for Skeletor's evil causes, using his brute strength and telepathic command of dangerous creatures to his master's advantage. With the magic gone from Eternia, Beastman serves Evil Lyn as her monstrous muscle in her search to repair the damage done in the final battle of Grayskull. Very, very cool. And of course, down here we got a couple of cross cells. We've got He-Man, we've got Man-at-Arms and Teela, which I have not yet seen, Skeletor, Beastman, and Spikor. And as always, I love it when they try to cross-sell me the figure that I've already bought. So that is about it for the packaging. Let's get this opened up and check it out. And here we have Beastman out of the package and shown with everything he comes included. So of course, let's start with the background. This is the same background that we've gotten with all the other figures. It's just a really cool cardboard background showing kind of like some rock formations or a cave or something in the back there. Totally unnecessary, but it's cool that they do it that way. If you want to have something for display, you can. I'm really hoping that with later waves, we start seeing different backgrounds, maybe some green Castle Grayskull style backgrounds and some purple Snake Mountain theme backgrounds. That would be really cool to see with these guys. And of course, we got the figure itself, his whip, and a couple of extra hands. Let's take a look at the accessories real quick. So he does come with the ones that are included, a total of 6 hands. So he's got a pair left and right of closed fists, as you see, so we can do some punching stuff with this. And then we've got 2 open hands. One he's already got on him, and then the other one comes separate. So there's the 2 open hands. And then he's got 2 semi-open hands. Again, his left hand is already semi-open holding that whip. And here's the right one. So you can use these for holding accessories, that kind of stuff. These are all very nicely detailed. You've got that orangey brown kind of tint to it right there. All right, with the dark brown nails. All of the hands look like this. So very, very nicely detailed. And of course, we've got Beastman right here, standing approximately 7 inches tall, looking absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look at this whip real quick, and then we'll take a look at the figure. So here's the whip. Loving that handle. It really does look like some kind of like this would have some sort of electrical properties to it, right? Where you can wrap the whip around someone and then press a button and just shock them. It looks that way, at least to me, at least in my head canon. So pretty cool. The nice, plastic handle there. And then, of course, you got string for the whip, so you can whip it around, that kind of stuff. Very, very nice. And then, of course, you got Beastman right here. I absolutely love the way Beastman looks here. Now, I don't plan on being a completist with this line. For example, I picked up Mossman. Actually, I didn't pick up Mossman. My wife got Mossman for me. I saw Spikor on the shelf with this guy. I passed on him. I didn't pick him up. I don't think I'm going to be a completist with the line. I'm just going to grab a couple of these guys. I do want to get Teela and Man-at-Arms, though, whenever I do see him. Beastman, I just had to get Beastman because he looks fantastic. Check out that head sculpt. I love the expression on his face and the new kind of that war paint that he's got going on there, those white stripes with the, going across his eyes with the blue eyeshadow, although he's always had that blue around the eyes there. And then big bottom jaw there, what is that, an underbite with the claws just sticking straight up, and then his beard just kind of done in those knots right there. That looks really, really cool. I absolutely love the sculpt on this guy and the updated design for Beastman. And going down, you can see all of the fur, the sculpted fur detail on his body. You can see some scars right there. There could have been cuts or even whip marks right there. Looking really, really good. Going into his tattered loincloth down here. This isn't the cloth. This is just soft rubber. And he's not wearing any underwear. Not that he needs it. He's covered in fur. But there you go. He does have a loop right there on his belt so that he can actually carry his whip right there. So you could basically just hang it there and maybe just kind of wrap this around a couple of times and just have it kind of hanging there. So yeah, he's got weapon storage on his belt, which is really, really cool. Going down the rest of the body, you've got on the arms, you've got the, let's go look around the back here. You got that patch of fur right there on his back. Same patches of fur that we see here on his forearms and on the back of his shins right there. And then you got those wraps around the wrists and around the ankles there, going down into his feet. Also, you got those patches of fur right there on the top of the feet, and you got those dark brown nails there as well. The hands can be easily swapped out. You can just pop these guys right off, and then you can replace it with a different hand. So you can absolutely do that. And I think I'm going to make my Beastman a righty. Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to do mine. So now that we're ready to start doing some posing, let's look at articulation. So the head is on a ball joint. You've got up and down, side to side, inquisitive tilting, all that good stuff. The shoulders are on a universal pin. So you've got forward and backwards all the way around. You also got in and out. It was funny the way that this was packaged, because as you saw, he was packaged with his arm up above his head like that. So the arm was actually kind of turned around. So that works well. You got a rotation on the bicep, a double hinge at the elbow. And then, of course, you saw the hands are ball joint pins going in. So you can rotate them, and then you can also move them at the hinge itself, which I'm probably going to be doing here in a second. You got ball joint here on the top of the torso, or the mid-torso. You got a rotation at the waist. No forward and backward, just a rotation at the waist. Legs forward and backwards and in and out. Those are also universal. Those are pin and ball joints right there. Rotation at the thigh. Again, double hinge at the knee. Rotation at the mid shin. And the ankles can go forward and backwards, and they can also rotate on that pin. Very, very nice. So now comes the part where we're going to come up with a cool pose for Beastman here, and then we're going to do some comparisons. So let's try the articulation out here. This is really tough. This is not soft plastic on these fingers. I guess that's a good thing. But wow, that made it really tough to get that that whip in there. So I want to do some sort of I'm about to whip you kind of a pose. Like he's rearing up to whip someone. And he's just really rearing back. There you go. Right there. That, I think, looks pretty cool. He is about to whip the ever-living heck out of someone right there. Love it. This is a beautiful, beautiful figure. This is going to look fantastic up on the shelf. Now, for a couple of comparisons, here he is with his master. Well, here he is on the floor. Stop. He's had way too many margaritas. So let's get him back up again. Of course, these are always usually a balancing act. They do have peg holes on the bottom there. So if you want to get figure stands like NECA stands or stuff like that, you can probably do that. But I typically find a good pose for them, and they usually hold pretty well. So there we go. He's looking pretty good right there. And again, here he is with his master Skeletor. So you can see how they size up. And yeah, at about 7 inches, they're about the same size. Honestly, I think Beastman should have been bigger. He's Beastman. He should be enormous, right? So I think he should have been about the same height and bulk as SKELETOR was. That would have been a really good size for him. So there he is with Skeletor. And then let's do this. Let's set him over here. And let's set him up to attack He-Man right there. So there he is next to He-Man, so you can see what these guys look like together. So yeah, very, very cool figure. Really awesome that I found this guy. Again, not a completist. I don't think I'm going to pick up Spycore. I would like to get that Man at Arms. I think this is a fantastic figure. The sculpt on this is absolutely beautiful. The only minor complaint that I could give to this is that I wish he would have been bigger. I think he should have been, again, about the same size as SKELETOR. This Beastman should be big, hulking figure, considerably bigger than all your other characters. And Mossman is considerably bigger. I don't see why they couldn't have done that with Beastman. But other than that, beautiful figure, beautiful sculpt, absolutely love it. And I think that about does it for the Masters of the Universe Revelation Masterverse Beastman. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there if you want to hit on that. I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.